All right, in today's 2-minute drill, we're talking about how to use a template to create your production sheet. And there's a couple little tricks here that you got to know, so let's get going. First of all, when you're creating your file and laying it out to set it up, you can manually put in all your page tabs and info, or you can use a template. Let me show you what I mean. In Documents, you should have a Pyware 3D folder, and then inside here you see all these different folders that help you with your production. There's a thing right here called production sheets. So that's where your sheets are saved if you ever export them or import them. So double click there, and there's a new template here. And that is what you can use to type in your counts, and you can kind of do it in Excel as opposed to doing it manually in Pyware. Now, I didn't have Microsoft Excel or Word or all that stuff on my computer. I use Google Sheets, so I just put it into Google and it worked just fine. So once you do that and you have it open, here's what it looks like. Of course, mine already has my counts in. So I'm putting together a count list for a indoor winter guard show that I'm writing. And so I went through my music and I wrote out all my counts. And I always put in my drill sheets kind of the lyrics that are being sung. You can also do timestamps if you'd like. Or even measures if the song is pretty clear and easy to listen and hear the measure numbers. In this case, it was fairly easy to do because most of the phrases were all 16 counts or 4 bars of 4. Now there is a little kind of trick to this that I was finding out, is that when you make your counts over here, the very first thing I did is I put my sets in. So I just did 1, 2, 3. I went down to like 30 because I didn't know how many sets it was going to be overall before writing it. And then I went in and listened to the song and put in my counts and wrote in for each set of counts the lyrics, so that when they're teaching it, they can say, this is the part where they sing this part in the song, and it's very clear. But what I did is here where it says count, I put in 16, and I did that all the way down because those were the sets. It was lots of 16 count moves. But essentially what you need to do is you need to add 16 to every time you move on, or you need to add the counts up. So if you notice, if you can see this, I've got 16 here, but the next set, which was 16 counts later, I had to put 32, then 48, then 64. So there's a bit of math involved here. I really wish it could be something where you just put your transition counts in. I tried adding a transition column here, and it didn't really do anything, and it didn't work. So I had to go ahead and just kind of do some math and make sure I was adding these up properly as I went. I actually did a little formula because most of it was 16 plus 16. So I did, this cell equals the previous cell plus 16, and then I just dragged this all the way down to the bottom because mine were all 16 count moves. So that was a really quick way of doing it. Now I won't put any measures in or notes yet because I haven't written the drill, so I don't necessarily know what to put in the notes. But I do have a good setup here. Looks to be about 20 pages. I know I'll bust up those 20 pages into several subsets and things like that, but this is an easy way to set up your file. Now, the next thing you do, like the instructions say, is you download as a CSV file, a comma-separated value. CSV, download it. It'll go into your downloads. And that way, when you're in Pyware, I've already got my file pulled up here to save some time. I have their grid. I haven't received their floor yet, so I haven't put the floor in. But I know what size it's going to be because it's probably the same size as last year's floor. And you notice I have no page tabs here. I have nothing in the production sheet. It's all just kind of a brand new file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Utilities, Production Sheet, Import. And I'm going to navigate to my downloads, which I've already done that, and find the production sheet CSV that I filled out. And here's what it's going to do. The production sheet was imported successfully, and there you have it. You have all the counts, all the page tabs get added, and it saves you a lot of time. Okay, and then the program itself populates the actual transition count. So in my experience now, having done this a couple times, I really wish you could just put the 16 count moves in, and that would go into Pyware. But I'm sure there's something there that is tough for the software to comprehend or something like that. So you just need to make sure when those counts and you do the counts that you add those for that it all adds on as you go. And if you do that, it should save you a lot of time getting your file set up. So I'm set up and I'm ready to get the floor, get the performers, and put some staging together. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you like these Pyware videos.